up top. They're very dynamic going forward. For Pancyprian Freedoms, what we'll be looking for is Jack Slides in the center back. He'll have to keep them very organized. He's their vocal leader.
Had a dramatic cup winner late last night. We have our first whistle, and we're underway. From left to right will be Westchester SC. Right to left in the whites, Pancyprians. Jack Edwards, Casey White with you here in the broadcast booth. So we moved along forward. Early opportunity in the attack here. Getting on the end of that one, pushing it out of play is he knew. Early throw in, attacking third for Westchester. Pancyprians trying to carry this one out from the edge of their 18-yard box. Slight deflection on that clearance. No, there wasn't. Out for a throw for Westchester. These early stages, Casey, very important for both teams. The first goal, you feel like, is going to be, it's always important in games, even more important in a match like this.
And both of these teams would love to get that first goal, don't get me wrong, but for Pancyprians, they want to ensure that they stay in this game as long as possible, stay really stingy. But for Westchester, they're going to want to push right away. Yes, there can be patience in their attack, but if they can do that early, it makes a team like Pancyprians have to come out and play a little bit higher.
Bowman trying to slide one forward, can't quite link up there, trying to work with Peters. Off to that field, nodded down. Just about 35% possession in the first meeting between these two sides. The first Open Cup game, I should say, for Pancyprians. So they're comfortable sitting in this deep block. You'll probably see a lot of this throughout the match. Obregon loses out. He was the goal scorer in the 1-0 win over Motown FC in the first round meeting. Tete. Lawrence trying one over the top. A dangerous ball for Obregon. An early chance and an early goal. 3 minutes in, a dream start at home for Westchester SC. And it's 2 goals in 2 U.S. Open Cup games for Juan Carlos Obregon Jr.
That space behind the line exposed. The ball goes out to Kemar Lawrence, and he just looks to play that ball in behind. Obregon goes off the back shoulder. Jack Slides tries to come over, but because he's coming from the opposite side, Obregon has all the advantage in the world. It's a great finish, a great first touch by Obregon for the lead.
Moved along, Sadie trying to put one in the area. Combination of 3 in blue. Thought about the clearance there, but opting for some clever flicks inside the box. Balon rolls it along. Here's Pablo Herrera on the near side. Thirstino, a bit of a heavy touch. Both teams pointing either directions. The referee points heading towards the Pancyprians' goal. It's a Westchester throw-in.
Well, what was really difficult about that goal is as Pancyprians are stepping out, Obregon comes from a deeper position. He likes to play in the midfield a little bit, come off the back line, and it's hard to track at times, and he just times that run extremely well, and those are those little nuances that make him so effective in that final third.
So an early goal. Possession again for Westchester. Obregon brings in a teammate. Moved outside, Peters. Here's Payne. Stephen Payne waiting for an option to present itself. Puts one in the area. Knocked down, knocked away. Slides with the initial block. The shot from distance. A save from Josh Levine. The first round matchup. Kept a shutout through 120 minutes. His side down right now, a good save here.
Good box organization there. Slides with the clearance, isn't able to get it out, and just unleashes a shot.
Just confirmation of that sub right there. So Lawrence, a big loss there, and immediately involved in the action is Samori Powder, and he's booked. Samori Powder has come into the game. Just confirmation of that sub right there. So Lawrence, a big loss there, and immediately involved in the action is Samori Powder,
Look back at it. Powder gets the ball played out to him immediately on the missed touch, just leans in, takes him away, and then grabs him around there. So it's
welcome to the referee's pocket.
He was still getting a few dynamic stretches going there, and then
that was a dynamic
decides
stretch.
to do that. We'll take a look back at it. Powder gets the ball played out to him immediately on the missed touch, just leans in, takes him away, and then grabs him around there. So it is an obvious yellow just because there's space to penetrate and there's no attempt to play the ball in that moment. But you know, if you're his teammates, I don't know if you play that ball for the first touch of someone coming into a game. So just the game management piece is a little difficult in that moment.
There's one way to get up to speed is take a 40-yard ping across the field, try and take it down with your first touch. It's a free kick for Pancyprians. The header towards goal. It's knocked down, and Tete knocks it away. It was probably going wide, but Dane Jacoman diving across, getting two hands to it.
In that moment, Jacoman just makes sure of it. This is a great header right there. I'm surprised there was that much power. It was going wide. Following in, that's good box organization to get the clearance.
He again has to clear one away. He does so, knocking it upfield. So again, confirmation again. Kemar Lawrence making way, an injury-enforced sub, just pulled up after making a sprint forward on the overlap. And Samori Powder, who comes on the ball now. His pass, unable to find his teammate. Which is what challenges are there. You're not expecting to come into a game 15 minutes in for Samori Powder. What do these moments look like to try and get up to speed? We'll get back to that in a moment. It's in the attacker Westchester. Able to bring in Powder. Here's Sadie.
When you talk about Powder coming into the game, it can be difficult because you have sat for the last 18 minutes, come out of warm-up, and most likely not been asked to go jog around or do anything quite yet, because this is not a sub you want to have to make early on, especially with managing moments.
Here's Payne. Thought about a first-time pass, moves it in field. Obregon, top of the box, over the goal. It's a goal kick.
Area, which Westchester does a great job of. There's extra cover. You have your full back five back, but they all take advantage of, and the midfielders are going to have to track for Pancyprians.
They did find a good pocket of space between the lines on that instance. Obregon not able to do what he did in the 3rd minute and punish the side. That's a free kick. Prince Sadie was ready to sprint forward against Pancyprian's defense. That was a little stretch, but they get a free kick. The visitors do. McGlynn, no one making the run for his pass. Forwards came short for the ball to feet. He played it over the top for a run over the top of the defense.
And one of the differences we're seeing from Westchester's last matchup is that Pancyprian is looking, as they play this ball in behind, Jacoman will deal with it, they are looking to come more out. Now, is that something they were going to do anyways, or is that because it's 1-0? We'll never necessarily know. But they're having to deal with that a little bit more than against FC Motown, where it was really them in possession the vast majority of time, and they were playing it around the back a lot with no pressure.
Payne rolled forward. Peters at the defense, driving forward. Sadie, step overs. Left-footed delivery, takes a deflection, and an own goal for 2-0. From bad to worse for Pancyprians. And Westchester profit, 21.5 minutes down, up 2-0.
For Jack slides there in the back line as this ball goes across, but credit Westchester and Prince Sadie just opening up the space, a little bit of individuality and creativity. That's exactly where you want to cross it. And yes, it is unfortunate own goal, but you are told as an attacker.
Let's see what they have still. Kel Mendy, surrounded by several in white. That's a great ball, and the header goes over the goal. A good opportunity for Thurstino. Cedarburg. That's going to be a foul from behind. The referee will go to his pocket. It's going to be a yellow card. Luis Argudo, the player booked here.
And Pancyprians was really enjoying a lot of possession, so it's unfortunate that happens in that moment. But Argudo is someone who is going to try to create, and you've got to give him that freedom to do it. Unfortunately, he is dispossessed in that moment. But I like what we're seeing from Pancyprians. It's kind of expected that Westchester can sit back in that defensive shape and not push so much. They've earned that up to this point. but we're seeing Pancyprians, some of their quality come out on the ball as well as they get a little bit higher up the field.
Luis Argudo, one of the players that Dave Carton recognizing from his time around the USL ecosystem. Last in the USL Championship with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds in 2022. Was in Sweden before that, Inter Miami, Columbus Crew the years before. Here is Powder creeping into the box low. Great ball in, and it's right on the goal line, saved by Levine. Things at 2-0 after some good work from Samori Powder.
And Powder does a great job getting to the inline, and what that does, it draws everyone back. They have to respect it, so that trailing run again is what finish, but that's something that Pancyprian's gonna have to be careful of. The midfielders have to track, 'cause that's been multiple opportunities where once there's a condensed shape defensively, that ball gets sliced back and it's an opportunity.
Peters won it, Payne's pass to Obregon, intercepted. Long ball forward, Powder wins that tussle and plays a great pass up to Sadie. Bit of clever footwork. Was he brought down? Yes, he was. Cedarberg maybe just catching him with his feet. Still bringing that attacking mindset. Mink Peters puts another one in a dangerous spot. It's allowed to drop. Fully dealt with. There's a lot of shouts for handball. And the ball just about squeaked away. Kelmendi just puts one forward. It's a good pass. Picking out Zielonka. Ball over the top. Easy for Jacoman in the end to come off his line and claim. Powder. Sorry, Powder. Breaks on. Obregon. That's your first goal scorer. One of your forwards is dropping deep, pinging some passes, including this one to Stephen Payne. Miscommunication there. It's turned over. Holland quickly swarmed by those in white jerseys, part of Dave Carton's belief that they need to counter press at a very high level. Win it back here, Bowman.
Well, this is exactly what it does. You just reestablish possession higher up the field. Not only is it the first part of just denying the attacking transition, but now you've reestablished it and you're able to go again forward.
Obregon drops one over the top. Payne, flag stays down. A few options. His ball will sit up in the box, and it's 3-0. A brilliant Travella finish from Daniel Bowman, and it's 3-0 in the first half for Westchester SC.
Well, Mink Peters playing inverted is just causing problems for the back line of Pancyprians because they're worried about his movement in front. It allows Stephen Payne to go across into the back line, and this ball is just brilliant from Obregon, just floating it in. It's got great texture, good ball across, again, facing his own goal is Cedarberg, so he can't get a good clearance on it. And Daniel Bowman, you love the confidence of that finish. There's so many people in front of goal, so he just has to pick a point and then technical decision-making piece of when do you go forward. And so far in this first half, Westchester has looked very good on the decision-making front of when to possess and when to penetrate.
Over the top, aiming for Peters. Did he clip the heels of the defender? Yes, he did. Just catching the ankles of Ricard Cedarberg. Swedish defender earns the free kick. Peters in the final seconds of the half, over the top for Obregon. He's onside, already won today. It's saved, and Levine keeps it at 3-0 with the final kick of the first half.
And if nothing else, that is an emotional piece right there. To get that save at the end for Pancyprians is big. You have to wonder, Andreas Kronos is very good and strategic. Will he come out with a different system of play, try to throw something off just to sneak that first goal?
What's happening in actuality, but maybe a slight tweak there at the back. 6'3" Toby Adewole scored a header for the second goal in their 3-1 win at Texoma on the weekend. Dave Carton, Josh Levine making 7 saves in that match. It's been a clinical showing from Westchester SC, who were in the attack for the first time in our second 45 minutes. Obregon scored the opener into the 18, trying to open an angle for himself, and it's off the upright. Out for a goal kick, so close to 4-0.
But you've got Obregon, who has just a very interesting cadence to how he plays. He goes quick, then he's very shifty, and he finds a little bit of space. Right here, just trying to curl it into that near post catch.
Coming off a fantastic year with the Charlotte Independents. 18 goals across 29 games. As part of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds team that won. Holland moves it along in the 18-yard box, off the crossbar.
Movement off of the ball, so Argudo gets the ball here, plays a ball that breaks the line to Holland. Holland does well just to get a touch, and it's a great opportunity that just bounces off the crossbar.
Great challenge put in by Adewole. Had to get it right, he did. Kelmendi has a crack, and it's over. It's a goal kick now for Westchester, who have let up the ball in some bad spots in the last few moments. It is a 3-0 edge, but they can't take their foot off the gas.
Well, two big additions coming into the game. Adewole is very good, but a new center back, you're thinking about how do you combine in that area. McGlynn has gone out, and he's a playmaker in that central space. So they're going to just have to figure out those areas. What do the rotations look like? How do they drop down and build play in their defensive final third and just be a little bit better in that ball security?
It was Payne and McGlynn who made way coming on in their place. Adewole, Vasquez at halftime for Westchester. So 3 subs been made so far from Dave Carton. This one's gonna break in a good spot. A shot from distance, and it's over the bar. It took a flick along the way from Jacoman.
This is good from Pancyprians. They're finding space. It's not organized defensively from Westchester. Argudo takes a strike at it. Why not?
What can Pancyprians do from this set piece? It's put in towards the back post. Jacoman spills it into the net. They're gonna give it as a goal. It's 3-1, and Pancyprians is their life for the amateur side.
Well, sometimes this is what happens. Serious area, it's unfortunate. Jacoman goes up for this and looks like he gets hit by his own player as he's falling backwards into Adewole. I'm not sure, just a little bit uncomfortable with the way he was coming down, but credit Pancyprians as well, box organization down and secure it.
What a touch. Package did very well to bring that one down out of the sky. Throw in. Good deal of arguing from both sides. A throw in from Westchester.
Well, these are extremely interesting moments because it's still 3-1. So Westchester has to find that emotional management piece of saying, hey, we still earned the ability to have this lead, but they're just not settling in.
Here's Holland, played it forward. On the half volley, Jacoman falling to the ground, knew it was gonna roll wide. Prince Sadie trying to deliver a ball in. That one sliced back. Jack Slies again on this one. It was delivery from Prince Sadie that he sliced into his own net in the first half for what is currently the decisive goal. Final seconds of regulation. We'll learn stoppage time afterwards. We'll see how much longer Westchester have to try and hold this in the corner, try and kill off. Going down Makic, one back. Argudo gets a throw, quickly tosses it in. Rosero, his pass there poor, turned it over. Luis Argudo, he was kicked there, free kick, quickly taken. Junior Rosero, Kelmendi. Holland. Swung across. Kelmendi keeps it alive. This one put in the mixer. It's put in the back of the net. 3-2 in stoppage time. Pancyprians, 1 goal away from the impossible.
Gets this ball. It's Kalmendi with the overlapping run, and he does a great job picking out Balon in this moment, and he gets an opportunity just to put it into a good space. I love the composure to get it back on his right foot, and it's Sestino right in front, takes the touchdown, no one around him.
He'll hear it. Westchester SC breathe a sigh of relief. A 3-0 halftime lead, cut down to 3-2, but they